Hi, everybody, and welcome to your May 12th full moon pick a card reading for the full moon in Libra at 29 degrees in sidereal astrology. This will be happening in the Vishaka nakshatra, which is symbolized by a triumphal archway and ruled by the god Indragini, which means fire and storm combined. So it's air and fire, very masculine and motivating. And you also have the sun at the last degree of Aries. So this climactic energy and fire is opposing a nakshatra in Libra that is symbolized by fire. So a culmination, things coming to a head. The volcano is erupting. It's things are on the move. So transformations have begun. The archway can be a symbol also of a new beginning as well. So you can find success here in the full moon, and others may become jealous of your success, or if there's still an unhealed shadow aspect within yourself that harbors jealousy for others' success, then it may be something you are confronted with under the full moon that may need resolution. So you have 4 piles in front of you to choose from. I'll cut the deck to choose a card here in the center of each one. But pile 1, we have the Thoth deck. Pile 2, we have the Modern Spellcasters Tarot. Pile 3, we have the Syrian Starseed Tarot. And pile 4 is the Osho Zen Tarot. So take a minute and pause if you need to, but I'll put timestamps down below. And let's see what pile 1's card cut is, the Fool. So that new beginning, initiatory energy, still with the sun in the cardinal sign of Aries and the moon in the cardinal sign of Libra. So the modern spellcasters, we have the 4 of Swords, rest, recuperation, reflection, healing. And pile 3, we have the 8 of Cups, movement on, releasing something here from the past, and or something no longer satisfies. There's a greater drive for deeper satisfaction in life. And pile 4, we have past lives or the Moon card, ruled by Pisces, the subconscious. Could be dealing with some karma there. Okay, so again, timestamps below. We'll see you in your selected pile. All right, welcome pile 1. You chose the Thoth deck, and your indicator card was the Fool. So an initiation trial by fire, perhaps, dealing with this air and fire masculine energy of transformation underway. What does pile 1 need to know? We'll get 3 cards here. Actually 4. And the bottom of the deck is peace. All right, the 2 of Swords. I believe that is actually moon in Libra. Yeah. Emotions, mind and emotions coming into balance. Some kind of inner harmony, inner peace. This will just take a time to sit and reflect, receive. Okay, and all right, we'll set that here. Our first card is Debauchery, the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups called Debauchery in this deck. Oh, there's Venus there. I believe it's Venus in Pisces, or Scorpio, excuse me. Yes, Venus in Scorpio, but the Venus is currently in Pisces, another water sign. So to me, it speaks of excess. Could be excess consumption or indulgence. And then we have pleasure, yeah, 6 of Cups. So maybe living the extravagant life, the rich life. We have swiftness here with the 8 of Wands, rapid changes and messages. Princess of Swords. Okay. It's time to pay the piper, it sounds like. Somebody's coming in swiftly with a message that can't be ignored anymore, and it's getting you to kind of reflect with all this water here on what you've been, maybe some patterns that you've been engaging in that aren't in your highest good. This Princess of Swords almost feels like a spirit guide slapping you upside the head, trying to get your attention with something. But yeah, pay attention to any downloads you're getting or things you hear. Like if you're clairaudient like me, it just sounds like, you're getting messages and you don't even know where they're coming from. Is that kind of Piscean energy in the cups. Let's see if we can get more information about what this swiftness is, or it could be swift changes too coming in through your life. A swift clearing, cutting of ties as well. Eliminating too many distractions and possibilities. There's a lot of options in front of you, and there's something that's demanding you take focus and stop spreading your energy so thin because it's not taking you anywhere. We do have the Benevolent Guide, number 57, the bee, queen bee, or the queen hive. The hive mind. Busy as a bee, maybe just buzzing around, like not conserving energy. We do have Venus underneath again, making another appearance. So maybe transiting Venus is making some kind of aspect to a natal planet of yours. Or it could be casting light on a feminine energy inside you that needs attention. That's the receptive energy. It needs more attention to receive. Okay, so this is that inner voice, the guide, your ally, your higher self. Oh, how easy it is to doubt the presence of the Spiritus Rector. The alchemist, falling into a moment of forgetfulness, feels alone in the laboratory and begins to doubt their work. Disarray and discontent follow. Who do I listen to? Where do I turn for guidance? All the while, the benevolent guide hovers close, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be heard amidst the noise of the world. It whispers words of kindness and encouragement into the ears of the alchemist. When this card appears, it asks us to recall the guidance we have received at important junctures in our life. That benevolent presence is constant, not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. Well, the first card out of this reading was peace, the Two of Swords. Some kind of anxiety is being soothed in your mind. You cannot make a wrong choice when Spiritus Rector is near. So I'm eliminating possibilities from your life, eliminating illusions too, showing a true and clear direction. Just go forward. Like, don't be distracted. You know, there's no more side quests. There is a lot of, I'm getting devil vibes really from this Six of Cups, which is, all right, I believe Scorpio as well. Energy, Sun in Scorpio, yes. So it's the dark energy, Scorpio. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a judgment. It's just that's the polarity that maybe has taken over your life in some areas. But it's not a bad thing. It's just your guides calling attention to that. Hey, some things are really unbalanced. We have this full moon in Libra, and the Two of Swords that was under the deck here is Libra, calling to rebalance and reharmonize some systems in your body, in your energy body and physical body. So this benevolent guide, too, could be a mentor, a teacher, somebody you go to for advice, somebody who's giving you guidance on this course correction that you're making. Building connection with the Spiritus Rector requires us to engage with the unseen world and realms barely visible and rarely discussed. Close your eyes and begins. Well, we do still have a stellium of planets in Pisces. Saturn just entered Pisces. So there is a lot of deep reflection that is occurring at this time. And you're kind of seeing below the layers of either what you couldn't or didn't want to look at before. So it's becoming more palatable here with this Spiritus Rector, this guide, benevolent guide with you. Okay, and Libra came out. So relationships, partnerships too, could be somebody that you're with is a reflection of you, of your shadow, and you're showing each other what needs to be healed, but you're also helping each other achieve balance within yourselves. Consideration, fairness, harmony, as we started this reading with Libra. So again, maybe it's bringing light to an injustice. Somebody violated your boundaries, and then you're putting your foot down as the Princess of Swords, regardless of gender, because this voice inside you or this benevolent guide has come to you with this message saying, no, this isn't right. Compensation is due. They need to understand how their actions affected me. So there could be a boundary violation that you're enforcing. And underneath we have air. So we got, justice again, the word, the power of the word, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. So the message of teaching and learning, having that karmic relationship, they're not all bad just because the word karmic. It's there to benefit you in some way. by being a teacher. Be thankful for, all your relationships, even the people you can't stand. They're teaching you something about yourself. All right. Queen of the Moon Oracle for pile 1. Wisdom, 22, Master Builder number. So there's more elements of air too. Athena, goddess of wisdom. Venus is Athena, correct? I believe so. And we had Venus show up at the bottom of the alchemy deck. So there's some inner wisdom. There's an elevation of consciousness here. There's, again, this is a waxing moon, or that's a waning, excuse me. But right after this full moon, it's like things are going to be more easily released. Mental blocks are more easily released. Any doubts or fears to your ability to achieve something or to gain a piece of your power back. Underneath, we have abundance. That is in alignment with the Venus card as well. Taurian energy. We have Jupiter actually at 29 degrees Taurus right now. It's getting ready to enter Gemini on May 14th. So it's at the critical degree as well. Things are becoming full. Lessons are coming to completion, and they are rewarding you. And this emblem of this full moon is the triumphal archway. So there's something to be gained. There's definitely wisdom gained, a leveling up here. You're adding experience to your Akashic record. Okay, your ancestor card is the Hermit, retreat and recharge, Virgo energy. That might be required, again, to go that going within in order to achieve this peace. The less influence you have of others' energy. I mentioned boundary enforcement earlier. That, the less you allow their energy to influence your field at this time, the faster you're going to achieve this result, this satisfactory result. And underneath we have the Direction Guardian. Got that message here with the 8 of Wands as well, the swiftness. This makes me think of a compass, the cardinal directions and the mutable, or fixed ones. And these are the fixed signs here: Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Jupiter getting ready to leave Taurus. Okay, so we have a definitive direction. We are clear. Where there was cloudiness and muddled emotions in the beginning, it felt heavy or like a wet blanket being put on a situation, that's being cast off in favor of clarity and a clear decision. Something is not being compromised anymore. Okay, so we do have the wisdom card is Dragon, discover your courage. Yeah, it does take courage to enforce boundaries, to speak truth. With Libra, the scales there showing, I'm thinking of that statue, Justice is Blind, where she has a blindfold on but holding the scales. It's like the truth is going to come out no matter what. It can't play favorites. And then we split the deck here and got Owl, follow your intuition. We have Athena, goddess of wisdom, with the who has an owl as an companion. So really tapping into that Princess of Swords energy. You must have strong Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart. And then underneath the deck we have Illusion, embrace truth. So there's the duality. The truth is the relationships in your life, because Libra is the 7th house of partnerships, are showing you can't turn your back on that part of you anymore. It has to be dealt with. Things have come to a critical degree, a culmination. So change is necessary. Taking a good look in the mirror. What's the source of that frustration or that block? And how is it showing up in your other relationships in your life? Okay, we have perseverance. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. Yeah, I mentioned there's a clear direction, so there's no going back. There's like your word is your bond. Air, work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation. See the truth. Truth is coming through again. No more illusions. Embrace the truth. Okay, and under this deck we have successful career. So I'm thinking of it as success, as the symbol is the triumphal archway. Happy working environment, pay raises, promotion. So it could be specific to your 10th house, to your career, your financial success. It could have to do with a contract, but it doesn't have to be limited to career. It just speaks to success for me. Okay, and the archetype card is the Pilgrim. It's very close to the Hermit. It's like you're going on a journey, whether inner or outer. But there is a destination, a definitive direction. There's a goal line that you have in sight. And as I flip that over, I see Kairos with an eye staring at me. I think Kairos means truth. No, that's Aletheia. Hold on. Okay, Kairos is the mythic time, synchronicity. So the timing is right. The timing is now. And that's why you're just getting contact from this benevolent guide, or you're starting to see the signs clearly, the direction. As I'm looking at this card here, there's an arrow, much like the swiftness of the Eight of Wands. So we have all had the experience of timelessness, of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk in a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there's a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this nonlinear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. All right, we're going to wrap this up with some angel messages. We have communication. There's that Mercury 3rd house energy coming in again, the air element, and commitment. Yeah, focus. There's a definite goal that you're committed to. In one mind, clarity. The 3 C's. Okay, we're going to stop there. It's been pretty consistent. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If so, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Bye. All right, hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So we're going to start by pulling some tarot cards, and we'll finish with our oracle decks. And here we go. Okay, you get 5 cards. And underneath your deck is the 5 of Swords. So 5-5 is a number of change. Things being, looks like shooed out of your life. Pushing away vultures, thieves, parasites. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Something is complete. We're done with somebody's BS. We have the 2 of Wands, a new prospect, a new vision for your future. And the Hanged Man. Okay. 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's something you're fed up with. You're tired of carrying this weight of has to do with the past, could deal with family karma, but there's something that a burden you've been carrying for a long time, or a responsibility where you've taken on other people's responsibilities as your own. It feels here with the 5 of Swords that you're casting that off. The Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter. That's at the end. We're at the final degree, 29 degrees Taurus in sidereal astrology, and that is we're moving into a new sign for the next 12 or 16 months. And it's going to be Gemini. So we are expanding the 3rd house, communication and self-expression, travel, learning. Again, learning and being at the end of a cycle with a 10 and a 10. We're done being trapped in one place or trapped in the past. It's like, see this man, he's tied to 2 posts. He's got a hand in the past and a foot in the future. And he's stuck in between this portal, this gateway. And this looks like a guide, somebody coming to give advice, helping you see clearly that you're tied and you're not fully present. You're kind of spread out between either too many timelines or stuck in the past versus an unknown future, undetermined one. But this person's kind of helping take off the blindfold, put an end to that kind of behavior or mindset. So there has some healing here with that 6 of Cups, that Sun in Scorpio. And the moon will be moving into Scorpio shortly after this full moon. So, and that's the house of death and rebirth and regeneration. So there is a release, a letting go with the waning moon at that. So your alchemy card is Mercury. Okay. Transmutation, third house, Jupiter moving into Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Color green could be especially healing for you right now, speaking of the solar plexus and the heart, because underneath we have the sun, the energy and warmth of the sun in Aries, in that fire sign that's burning bright on this moon at the end of Libra. So we are on the precipice of a shift as we move into Taurus, and Jupiter moves signs as well. So the self, healing of the heart and the identity, the self. Let's see. I keep looking at this man. It's like he's chasing away a nightmare or chasing away bad thoughts or negative feelings. It's also here we have Taurus showing up, the Eight of Swords in reverse, removing the blindfold as the blindfold is here. You're not really stuck. I think you might just be stubborn or something. It's self-imposed with the Hangman. It's bad for you, but you do it anyway. This is like could be a wake-up call with this shift from Mercury, this transmission coming through. So yeah, Mercury is the trickster. We do have signals, messages, and tricks. In the realm of Mercury, anything is possible. The energy is transfixing and seductive, just like the metal itself. Since this planet rules commerce and communication, it's likely there are deals, contracts, and calls being exchanged that will spin you into a whirl of mercurial wonder. We have a wheel that you spin for the Wheel of Fortune. Do not rush big decisions or get caught in the mesmerizing energy. Rather, pay attention to the precise words that are being spoken and written. It's like with the blindfolds showing up symbolically here, somebody may be trying to pull the wool over your eyes. Don't get seduced by, maybe taking a gamble at this time or a risk. There's too much riding on it. You've worked too hard to accumulate these resources. So this is almost like a guard dog, I feel, keeping this energy at bay. Rather, pay particular attention to the precise words that are being spoken and written. There may be a trick underway, maybe not. No one is sure yet. It is said that the energy of Mercury is found in the pinky finger and that its ally color is green. Enjoy your time in this emerald hall of mirrors. Just don't sign your name on the dotted line until what is liquid becomes solid, until clear words are expressed by an honest tongue. So Mercury is related to the god Hermes, a psychopomp and messenger of the gods, witty and quick. Hermes can be seen in all things winged and swift, and in the caduceus. Mercury reigns over all forms of communication. It is a particularly potent time for writing, learning, teaching. A pen is an excellent channel of Mercury's power. So journaling, writing intentions, drawing sigil magic, writing spells, these things could all be beneficial in helping you break this cycle wherever you feel stuck. Okay, pile 2. Oops, some cards fell. No, that was just the box. All right. Ooh, a new day. Okay, yeah, turning of the wheel, end of the cycle. New beginnings. Some of you might be coming from pile 2 or pile 1. And underneath we have synchronicity. So you'll be seeing a lot more increasingly frequent synchronicities. Like you'll be thinking about a word and a DJ will say it on the radio, or you look at the clock and there's repeating numbers again and again. The more frequent that's happening, the closer you are to the end of this cycle. Okay. All right. Let's see what angel and ancestor wants to speak to pile 2. You have a protector around you, whether spiritual or physical. There's someone looking out for you. Okay. And of course, reiterating that message, release the old and rest. Time for a new start. Release the old, release the past, or any burdens you've been carrying up on to this point. It's time to send them packing. And the sun's flipping over again. Enjoy success and happiness while this full moon is taking place in the Vishaka Nakshatra, which is the star of success. And arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Okay, so that's this guy right here doing his job. Or you're setting up protection around yourself, which is never a bad idea. So, astrology card for pile 2. All right, so these fell down. We have fire. The sun is at the final degree of Aries for this full moon. We have confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. Pairs nicely with this sun card ruled by Leo. And we have mutable, surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So it's, again, things are being transmuted by fire. The old is being burned away so you can rest and reflect. Release the old and rest. Water under the bridge. Power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Maybe a good time to detox, start a new fitness regimen. Drink more water. We have goddess, healing feminine energy. Not just healing your own feminine energy, you have a healing presence around you. Some feminine energy. That could be the protector too. Or it's giving you space for you to be able to heal that aspect of yourself. And a Queen of the Moon Oracle for pile 2. Patience, the green corn moon. Okay, so waiting for things to be fully developed before harvesting and enjoying the success. But as the message is repeating itself that we're coming to that harvest season, I feel like you have been patient already. Things are coming to an apex, to a climax, and we're ready to start over with a new day, the void, the dark moon. So perhaps the new moon in June is a powerful time, or I'm sorry, at the end of May. So that'll be what, the 26th? That's a Monday, moon day. So whatever it is, it's going to be falling out of your life for the next 2 weeks. Things will be like decoupling from your life. You'll be able to release them after this climax occurs. All right, angel messages for pile 2, and we'll wrap this up. We have joy. That's resonant with the healing and the sun energy. Depth. Yeah, there have been some deep dives into the soul. Honesty. Yeah. Going deep to be honest. Okay, but I mean, after you uncover all that stuff, the end result is joy and purpose. So maybe there's something you're learning about your purpose, or again, this is a clear goal in sight that you are headed toward now as you're recognizing the purpose or reason for these challenges, these struggles, are only to show you how strong you are and what you've survived up until this point and how much patience you've had and how much patience you have available for the future. Okay, thank you for tuning in, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If so, let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So you have chosen the Syrian Starseed Tarot. Let's get 4 cards for you to start this reading. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, under the deck, Luna, the moon. Okay, that's appropriate for this full moon reading. Something that was once hidden is now coming to light. Let's see what your first card is. The 9 of Cups, or a wish is coming to be fulfilled, it would appear. Satisfaction. The Knight of Cups. Okay, I feel a proposal for some of you on the beach. 2 of Orbs, 2 of Swords, peace, harmony, moon in Libra, and this full moon is in Libra, and the 3 of Orbs. So the 3 of Swords leading to a choice. Well, whatever the choice is, you're choosing happiness, you're choosing love, choosing healing for yourself. Primarily, I have to cover that up for censorship. So 2 and 3 is 5 of Swords. That's change, overcoming a challenge, and enjoying victory here as a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, some kind of healed, satisfactory result. Okay, and that could involve partnership for some of you, but it may be at the expense of other relationships. We have the full moon happening in this Vishaka Nakshatra, and it can cause jealousy, either for the person whose moon is in that nakshatra natively, or for the person looking on to your success. So there may be people that are, yeah, I just pulled this over the snake. So watch out for that. They could be trying to disrupt your success or your enjoyment. Keep those things private. Don't share all of your success. We have Neptune again. Okay, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. Pisces is the ruler of the moon card that we had to start this. So deep, dark, there are secrets that should be kept. Some things are better left unsaid and just to be meant to be enjoyed privately. So maybe don't go broadcasting it all over the internet. Underneath this deck, I didn't even look, but we have the Ten of Cups. Yeah, you chose happiness. You chose fulfillment. Not caring what other people think about you, basically. It's you're choosing your own happiness this time around, and that is a beautiful thing. So congratulations, pile 3, especially if that's something maybe you've struggled with in the past. So whatever attitude problem somebody might have with you, it's just meant to try and deceive you or delude you or keep you from enjoying your blessings fully. So that's what jealousy will do. They're trying to rain on your parade. Boundaries, yeah, shutting the door on this conflict, on this negative energy, or people that seek to take from you and your success. So learning to protect that energy that you worked so hard for. You're better able to see through people's BS, especially around this time. You know, it's like the full moon. They can't hide from you. You can see someone's true intentions, and you choose peace. So you choose not to engage. We have the light and the dark. Isn't that what the full moon is? People, you know, the brighter you shine, the darker the energy that you're going to attract. It's just what happens. And here we have like a moth to a flame, right? We have this butterfly synchronicity. So everything is... You know, every action has an equal and opposite reaction, right? The laws of physics or thermodynamics or whatever it is. So what you put out there, you can get back in equal intensity of the opposite polarity. So just being aware of that, and that it's not personal, and not to be baited by any of that or be pulled off of your center. Because somebody who's polarized is going to try and depolarize you, get you in your emotions. And when somebody's in their emotions, they're more easily manipulated. But this is encouraging those boundaries. Stay in your head. Stay clear of your intentions and don't go back. We have Cancer, more water, nurture, comfort, protection. That water energy. The 4th house of home and family could have to do with the home or a mother figure, whether it's you or someone else in your life. Could have a narcissistic parent or child or sibling, relative of sorts. We have Gemini underneath. Jupiter's moving into Gemini on May 14th, right after this full moon, but that's the 3rd house, communication. Also siblings. It could be a jealous sibling who's watching your dreams come true, and they're wondering why, why not them? Why you? Curiosity, intellect, and networking is the card. But there's learning, there's growth, there's something you're learning about yourself and these people in your immediate vicinity. Like how they think, how they behave, or why they think or speak what they do. Okay, a Queen of the Moon card for you. Pile 3. Power, yeah. Absolutely. Look at the power of the ocean, right? The power of the wave is unbelievable. And full moons, they pull water and emotions the hardest during the full moon. So, and Cancer is emotion too. Cancer rules the moon, or the ruling planet of Cancer is the moon. So you could be dealing with a very emotional person, or you could typically be a very emotional person, but somebody's trying to, again, upset that or get you in a negative polarity. But this is you with your power saying, putting up the boundaries. I think it's best strategy, if you're doing really well, let other people think that you're not. Just give them that illusion of Neptune there to say, oh, no, I can't. I don't have time. I'm working 3 jobs. I'm strapped for cash. Even though that's far from the truth. I mean, I hope it is. But if it gets them off your back and just say, you know, I don't have time for you, or whatever it is that applies to your situation, it's okay to cast illusions to protect yourself. Okay. All right. See what your angels and ancestors have to say. We have the High Priest or Priestess, regardless of gender, intend and create. In full power, we have, again, Androgny, the fire and storm god combined. It's the energy of initiation, masculine, fire, air. So that's the dominant energy, or the energy that you will thrive in this full moon environment, as opposed to being in your emotions. There's definitely boundaries being put up, efforts being made, and success being achieved. Okay. An archetype card for you for pile 3. Okay, and you have the Starborn, number 3, same as the Empress card. So we have the Priest, the Empress. But this is actually, you know, the Syrian Starseed Tarot, and we have the Starborn. So maybe you are a Starseed. But the title of this card is The Divine Child, the Star Child, the Destined, an elusive yet radiant aspect of the self. The Starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the Starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward a future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. What did you desire when you were young? Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view rather than as a series of logistics. Read the story of the 3 fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. When this card appears, don't be surprised if you receive a surge or desire for a long-lost dream, one that you haven't visited since childhood. Let this desire shake you up. Well, that's the achievement of the dream here in the 9 and 10 of Cups that showed up. And the dream is Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces, the house of dreams, the subconscious, with the moon there. So if you can dream it, pay attention to your thoughts or your dreams. It's going to give birth to a new reality. You're extremely powerful in your intentions right now. Things are ripe for manifesting the future you do want and not the future you don't want. And this even mentions the light, the spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. And what is this but a light in the dark? So maybe you're giving birth to a new idea. There's a spark of inspiration or creation happening in the mind here with Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. The thoughts and the words that lead to the actions. And this is the perfect time to take action with the power of the High Priest there to intend and create. All right, you're a magician, your magic cards here. What are we creating? Healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. Well, that's that Cancerian nurturing energy, as well as all of the water symbolism at the beginning of the reading. Now, we have prosperity that fell down on the floor. And that is a prosperous business with riches and success. Again, I mentioned keeping things to yourself. So if one of your businesses or ideas becomes profitable, maybe just don't share it with the world right away. Happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. So even amongst your close friends and family, you may not be able to share right away because you don't want this egg to be disturbed while it's hatching. All right, let's get some angel messages and wrap this up for you. But congratulations on whatever it is that you have decided to create. We have contentment. Yeah, the 9 and 10 of Cups. There's absolute gratitude there too. Support. So healing and support. Awakening. Okay. That power awakening within you to create this content life. To feel supported by the universe. That your dreams, intentions, and goals are in fact supported by divine energy. Okay, well, thank you, Pile 3. I wish you the best. Take care. We'll see you later. Bye.